It's Friday. Do you know where your eyebrows are? We don't. It's Patch and Switch. And now, two guys who make more drama during a routine server reboot than a 1980s afternoon TV soap opera. It's Patch and Switch.
Wow. I think someone leveled up their game, my friend.
Someone has got, I don't know, might need to like cut the, from a 3-pack to a 2-pack a day.
Yeah, it's not exactly a great endorsement for nicotine consumption, I do believe.
I don't think we should.
Oh my goodness, man. Oh my goodness. Well, hey man, it is a Friday. We're going rogue.
Yes,
we're literally going rogue at this point in time because a couple of folks that normally help produce the show and help host the show happen to be on an MFing boat right now. Well, I don't know if they're technically still on a boat right now or if they're on like an excursion, something like that, but they're off good time on a cruise, I do believe.
They are cruising right now. That is for sure.
And I'm like, well, are you bringing a portable Starlink? Are you bringing some level of a hotspot or something like that? Nope, not particularly. Uh-oh. Are things working? Are things not working? I'm getting concerned, my friend.
I was wondering.
Lagging? We got to see what's going on.
I'm going to check with the chat.
We'll see if it holds up.
Might be lagging.
Yeah.
Because I noticed you lagging a lot there.
Oh, yeah?
Wow. Yeah. I don't know if it's you. I don't know if it's me.
Fly.
Yes,
we can adjust on the fly. So
because we're IT pros, we're professionals.
I can even gear back on the quality of the camera. Let me do a quick restart. Boom, boom. See if that makes any difference. And we'll just go on and continue on. But hey, it's Friday, and we're going to go and have a shot at this. This is the Patch and Switch podcast. And you know what? Yep. Already, the chat room is alive and well. I see some people are kind of throwing back compliments and comments back and forth amongst our good friends.
I wouldn't call them all compliments, but
Well, no. Some of them are definitely taking some cheap pot shots here and there. We got DJ Eddie in the house saying hello from the Floridas, Floridian out that way. Jay Shock, of course, you're manning the comment line, doing triple duty as sound engineer, production person, social media intern, guest host, and just all around great kind of guy. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. I do.
I appreciate being here.
Janice Q7 has joined us again. It's been a while since I've seen him in the chat. Wireless Life from the Great White North has joined us on the show as well. And of course, good old friend Visio MVP joining us too. Coops, the Coopers, and the human of Coopers has joined, which is always good. Mm-hmm. Always good. And I was surprised they are not gloating and continuing to talk more so about the college football that they just keep on always winning. I'm expecting those comments to come up. Who knows?
Well, when you're playing Notre Dame for the championship, what are you supposed to do but win?
Very much so. Another NMIT guy. Hello, my friend. Phil Erb, also from the Great White North, has joined us as well. Rachel's coming in. That's nice. I believe she's calling in from Malta. Look at me, bringing in all the different countries to see if this is working or not. Hello. Chuck Rocks in Canada is here as well. Let me guess. Canada? Kind of give it away in the name. But if you're not already there, you can join us at twitch.tv/patchandswitch. We also stream this to YouTube. And believe it or not, we actually publish these now with a new routine schedule on a regular basis. And I can say this only because we've done it 1 week consecutively. On the off weeks, on wherever you like to consume your podcasts, or you can just go off and see us at patchandswitch.com as well.
Imagine that.
Man, oh man, oh man.
So how
We
you
have
been?
5 segments to the show, and I was asking about this inside of the pre-show, my friend, and like on the pre-show, I'm
Uh-huh.
like, can you even talk about what you do, or can you somehow sanitize and talk about this kind of
I
stuff? But
I can
it might be a
sanitize
bit of a
some
challenge for our first segment.
from the trenches. Oh wait,
Yeah,
where did the font go?
yeah.
Somebody messed with our fonts. Ah,
Oh
there we
man,
go.
see, you leave it alone for 2 weeks, and
There we
people, there you
go.
go, people mess it up
Now we're
for
cooking
you.
with
You
gas.
have no idea
Now
what's
we're
going
cooking.
on. Yeah.
No, it's been rather busy for me.
Oh yeah.
Yes. I have been doing a lot, in this lovely virtual cloud world.
Oh
I've
yes.
been managing the heck out of physical hardware.
Oh nice, nice.
No joke. And I've lost my compatriot, my coworker that used to help. That the two of us used to manage all this physical hardware. Two people managing. We're now at
Oh yeah.
28,000 servers. But he got promoted to be a
Boom, boom,
lead.
boom. And you log in individually to each one with
All
a remote desktop, I
28,000. I
assume.
have to go and press Windows Update. Windows Update. No, no, they're a private cloud,
Yes,
so I
accept
can.
updates, please.
I actually manage it using GitOps equivalents, where I
Oh
check
yeah,
in configurations and then that pushes through changes to all the
you
hardware.
goes out to everybody. Oh
Hmm.
yeah,
In fact, that's what I've been doing
very cool,
all
my
week,
friend.
this weekend last, is a whole bunch of
So life
configuration change.
cycling, life cycling and maintaining and decommissioning, all that sort of fun stuff you would expect on a large scale data center. That's very, very
Yes.
cool.
Yes.
I just want to jump in and acknowledge that we had a little hello from Ithaca, New York.
Well, New York.
Steve Q
We
Lane
got
popped in to
Steve
say
Q
hello.
Lane.
And that kind of,
I
I'm calling that one out only because I was in New York City last week.
New York
And
City.
I have never been to New York City. I've been
Oh,
living in the States since 2012. And
okay.
I will call out specifically Wireless Life CDN to say, no, I have not changed my handle to Rickster USA as opposed to Rickster CDN. Still Rickster CDN. But yeah, I was in New York City for the very first time, landed at JFK. Normally I transition through JFK to go someplace else. Figured
Mm-hmm.
out how to take the train, actually with Wireless Life. We both took the train together
Air
down
train
to
over to Jamaica
downtown.
Station.
We went to the Port Authority.
Right, but
I
you
think
take
Jamaica
the air
Station was
train
the
from
train line
JFK to
that origins.
Jamaica,
Yeah,
and then you
you
can
got it.
take the train in from there. Yeah.
Yeah, all the way down to the Port Authority. We were staying near Times Square, and I did all the touristy things. So I was able to see Times Square at night, get some selfies there. I had some New York bagels. I had a good diner breakfast or two from across the street. We were there
Slice or two.
because we were putting on. You know what? I tried and I didn't get to actually have a New York slice. I'm killing myself because I made priority for that in Chicago. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
prioritize it in New York City, but I did a lot of research on it.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Steve, mentioning I should have driven up northeast a little bit, a few hours to come up to visit him in Ithaca. I've never been to
Mm-hmm.
Ithaca, another place I've never been to. The event was kind of cool. It was inside of the Javits Center, which is just off the water. That's right there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There, believe it or not, I was commenting this to people at the event. They seem to be friendlier in New York City than they were in Chicago. Maybe it's me, but I didn't get yelled at a lot in New York City. In Chicago, they just seem to default to a volume level of 11 when they're
Yes.
talking to you or when they need to get something done. They yell at you to make you move faster. I think New
Yeah.
York, they just kind of ignore you and just like move around you, get out of the way. You're too slow. But walked a crap ton and saw a lot of stuff. I was geeking out because I saw some old buildings that are just nestled amongst the new buildings in downtown, midtown area, touristy trap area. Very, very cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I was delivering 2 sessions. One session was specifically around green IT capabilities and movements that you can look at with
Mm-hmm.
regards to your consumption inside of Azure, as an example. Some interesting stuff there. And then the big session I was doing was all about, hey, AI is this thing. Did you know AI is a big thing right now?
No,
I don't
I
know if
had
you
not
noticed.
heard anything about AI. What is this AI you speak of?
So AI is a big thing right now, but as I introduced it in my session, I'm like, it's kind of like everybody is running around with scissors really fast.
Mhm.
Like, you have to understand it. You have to be in there. You have to use it and how to integrate inside your processes and stuff like that.
Okay.
But I'm like, slow down and look at this from the perspective of any other boring, mundane workload for what you have to do as an operations person. Like, you have
Yeah.
to make sure it's secured, who can access it, what the different services are accessing each other through the different systems, how they're identifying themselves. Is that a secure methodology? And all this comes to light with regards to a news article that came out literally the day before with DeepSeek leaving their main public database open
Open and exposed. Yes.
and exposed on the internet. So I'm like, look, they were running
Yeah.
fast with scissors. They got it out on time. They did some amazing stuff, but they deployed with the defaults and forgot
Yes, they
to
did.
change those. So
Yeah.
yeah, observability, monitoring, backup and restore, mundane stuff like that. That's what my system is about, which is pretty cool.
Wouldn't know anything about having to do all that.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
So
know anything at
even
all.
though people are running with scissors, let them run with scissors. Let them learn. Let them play. But like, get involved early. Have those conversations with people about,
What?
hey, who should really be access to this? Like, that's on top of the stuff at the higher level, which is the data and whether or not people have the appropriate rights to the data. They got role-based access
Yeah.
control happening there too. But like at the lowest levels, just who manages the systems, who can do stuff, all that sort of stuff. So yeah,
And who should have access to the data at any time? But
yeah. So
we
good times.
we
good
shouldn't
fun.
start those kind of discussions right now because that could open a can of worms.
Let's keep ourselves out of jail. Let's keep ourselves out
Yeah.
of trouble.
Yeah. You want to take me to Canada with you?
Yeah, I know. Eh? Yeah, really. Oh, I don't even want to go there. This is a non-political discussion.
Exactly.
Sure.
Exactly. But no,
Yeah, so,
it's been interesting. One of the biggest things I've been running into is we've been virtualizing a lot of our build fleet onto Azure. And so it's how do we better utilize the larger skewed physical servers and trying to organize and get those set up. And then the other half of it is one of the most interesting aspects about, that nobody has to think about anymore, thanks to the cloud, but I have to, is the fact that I have about 12% of my fleet is in bad shape, needing replacement parts.
So it's again,
I can't use the hardware.
The full life cycle of the hardware, right?
Yeah, and trying to get 12% of 28,000. I need drives replaced, memory replaced, network ports. You name it.
Substantial amount of hardware, my friend.
That's a lot of hardware, and trying to get the folks in the data center, they have a lot that they're working on. So it's like trying to get it prioritized has been difficult. So
yes, wow, man. And you're bringing up some good points with physical hardware versus the virtualized stuff, which is on a hyperscale cloud, sort of thing. I had another thing literally just happened yesterday that you would be familiar with, that I don't know if the listeners are as familiar with. I did my first EBC in 5 years. It's been that long. EBC stands for Executive Briefing Center Delivery, in case you're wondering. Different account teams, basically. They have a facility on campus. It's quite well set up with different executives come through from different customers and companies, and they talk to Microsoft executives. They even talk to little old people like me about stuff. I can't name the customer I was talking with, but it was my first time in a very long time going off and doing one of these briefings, and I had a great time. And they were fantastic people. It was from 3 different agencies that I was talking to. And they were there, and they were just literally looking for more depth discussion around just general Azure infrastructure and what's different about it. And I was one of like 9 different speakers that they had over the course of a couple of days. So I was kind of laying that foundation for what we do with our data centers, how they're connected, the technology inside of them, how to do hybrid connectivity up to them for different services. So it's like literal nuts and bolts stuff, but people were still very interested in understanding what are the possibilities to be able to use things like that. So good time, good time. I don't have any scores to report because I'm assuming, you get scored on those, right?
Yes, and the scores come later. We do have to say a quick shout out and thank you to Gadget 360 for subscribing for 12 months at tier 1. Thank you, Gadget 360.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Now, if we had automation, we could make like confetti going off and like horns and stuff like that. But we're working on the basics of like audio and video.
Well, no, we used to have one. Oh, we got a hype train because I had my 49th month. So,
nice.
But we haven't gotten the StreamYard to integration to work properly. So that's why we don't have all the. We did when we were on OBS, but then that also required me to do a whole bunch of overlays and stuff, and trying to figure out how to do overlays in StreamYard. I haven't had time. So, but
nice. Well, I'm gonna call you out to be able to read the title of this current show.
The title of this current show is Weaning or Waning. CT $, because that's supposed to be a cryptocurrency. CT $.
You got it.
Syarkink.
Yes.
That's the name of the last show. Thanks to everyone's votes and Joey's
random submission, random choices.
All the random submissions. If you're wanting to submit for this show, you just have to do # word.
It's not
and submit your WorkSafe word.
I'm
sorry,
it's exclamation.
Bang word.
Yeah.
Bang. And then put your WorkSafe word.
You got it.
It's got to be WorkSafe.
And one word. Just
one word. And
throughout the show, if you want to, you can go to patchandswitch.showbot.tv and vote to say this is a good word or it's not a good word. You can vote for yourself. You can vote for others. And then we haven't decided yet. We're going to flip a coin. I think maybe we'll actually go by votes this time since Joey's not here to just arbitrarily decide what the WorkSafe words will be for the next episode.
Or I got a better idea. You get Bailey, I'll get the 2 Ewoks, and we'll let the doggos decide.
You got it. The dogs can decide what it could be. And we're also kind of showing our age with regards to using the bang symbol or the bang word to make it come up, but that works.
Yes. Yes. And yes, MVP crypto. Canadian Tire money is crypto. It's the original crypto.
It's gone fully digital now, so it's just points, which is not as cool as fat stacks
it's full
of
crypto.
cash.
It's full crypto now.
I know.
It's digital because it's digital. It's full crypto.
I'm just glad that Canadian Tire did not release an NFT. That's all.
Oh,
don't want to have any NFTs from Canadian Tire.
Don't even want to go there.
Speaking of tires, just speaking of tires, in general, overall news right now, the funny thing is we are going through multiple miniature snowmageddons here in the Pacific Northwest, where people become paralyzed with the fact that there is 2 or 3 centimeters of snow that has stayed on the ground overnight, and they don't know what to do. And I can tell you as a Canadian and as an American, because I'm dual, it is extremely frustrating being behind people or just being around people that do not know and understand the concept of driving in snow. It's very frustrating. I don't know about you, because you spend a lot of time in Montana. You understand snow.
Yes, I absolutely understand this. Yeah. I do. In fact, I had my own issue with it yesterday when I was going to take my friend to the store so that she could do some shopping, and got pulled out in front of by people like 3 times. And it's like, I'm on ice. There's no way I'm stopping as they're fist-scaling because they're accelerating. So, it's people here in the Seattle area do not.
I was waiting for the first. I was waiting for the first Canadian to comment in the thing, and that prize goes to Phil Erb, Mr. Phil. Centimeters. Let's start talking feet, because obviously I believe he's in Alberta, or I think it's Alberta, not Saskatchewan. I think it's Alberta. And so they understand snow. You don't get snow from Toronto. You just get cold weather and then annoying things, and so that's where Wireless Life would comment, and I heard that DJ Eddie actually got snow in Florida for the first time in forever. So yeah, kind of crazy
And
all
yes,
around. I'm anticipating more snow, but as long as the snow holds out, I'm going on vacation next week. So at least let me get through the departure and arrival at my destination for my vacation, please.
yeah.
So,
Well, are you flying Alaska? Because I mean, they know how to fly in snow.
well, true. Oh,
Yeah.
Scranton, Pennsylvania. Sorry about that, Phil.
But the other thing that is, somebody else brought up, yes, 2 or 3 centimeters. Seattleites aren't used to it. And then somebody asked about, did everybody buy up all the milk and bread? They call it the French toast effect because they buy milk, bread, and eggs. So when it snows, everybody has to have French toast.
Yeah.
Because all 3 of those are gone.
Yeah.
And then nowadays it's bottled water too. But
nice. I don't know if you're interested or not, but we're going to be having our first in a very long time in-person pancake lunchtime thing for some Microsofties. You're welcome to join us, Mr. Jared, if you're interested.
Okay.
I can shoot you the details on the internals, but I also understand if you're not able to join. But it's just a fun thing that we do the first Friday of every month. But we haven't done it in person in a very, very long time.
I have the invite on my calendar. So
just making sure, my friend. Just making sure.
Yeah. I just normally don't have time to join.
Yeah. What, your day job? You actually have to work?
Yeah, I actually have to do work.
Nice.
But
from a non-work perspective, the second segment of the show that we normally talk about is known as beer money. And beer money is literally the work that you do in the IT world for your friends, your family, your friends' families, dogs, cousins, second cousins twice removed, and everybody else, either just in passing, maybe it's remote, or maybe it's in person. It doesn't count if you do it for yourself, though. So do you have any beer money this week?
So sort of
beer money. Okay, we can see if it qualifies.
So I helped my friend who I'm helping her out with some assistance over the winter here, which is also giving me a place to live this winter.
Nice.
She installed fiber yesterday or on Wednesday, and so I got everything all up and running. I even set up my Ubiquiti Dream router for to do it. Unfortunately, I messed up.
You messed up with the router configuration?
Yes, I did.
You're slacking, my friend.
No, the mess up was the Ubiquiti Dream router has a 1 gig WAN port, and she purchased 2 gig.
Oh.
So I need to get a different one for her.
True benefits as of yet.
So
she will soon.
Yes, and I'm horribly unimpressed with the latency on the fiber. I'm only getting 3 milliseconds of latency.
Yeah. And then I do have to comment and question, like, are you a wired connection in, or are you going wireless for your device?
Right now I'm on wireless, but that's one of the things so this is my beer money for me this coming weekend. I'm going to string some cable. I'm going to string some cable, and I'm going and getting my switches and stuff. So
nice.
And be able to connect up. I'm going to have one of my Ubiquiti 8-port switches on the desk here, and then I can actually wire everything into it.
Oh, nice.
So then I'll be on wired.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Looking forward to that. How about yourself? You've been any of your own?
I've been doing some pretty simple stuff. I've got one daughter, twin is away at university. I get to see her coming next week with some softball stuff, part of my vacation. And I've been doing remote troubleshooting for her with regards to the ARM-based laptop that I bought her for her school machine. A really weird thing happened, which I don't really understand, where all of a sudden the keyboard literally stopped working. Wow. It's like the driver just disappeared or died or whatever it was, but like you could still, obviously type, but nothing would come out. You would have no indication something's working on the numlock light that was on the keyboard from the switch perspective, but you could still use the mouse and you could still be able to do things, but you literally couldn't type. Something
That's
very
bizarre.
strange went on,
Yeah.
and she's like, and I restarted the machine, and all she had done is using the mouse, gone and said shut down and restart, and the
Mhm.
problem persisted over top of a restart. And then
That's
I'm like,
even
well,
stranger.
that I think you need to go in and do the old hold the power button down for 10 seconds or 30 seconds, whatever it is for the hardware, to do a full power cycle, and then have it boot back up again. And then magically things were happy again. So rather strange. And I'm
Interesting.
trying to figure out
Very
how
strange.
I can file a bug against that internally.
Yeah. Was that one of our pieces of tech?
Yeah, it's a Surface ARM Copilot Plus PC that I bought from the Microsoft Store. So it's legit, it's real, it's 100%. Just kind of a strange thing. Hasn't happened since, but prior to that, she has been super excited with just the battery lifetime that it has. Like she's like, Dad, I never have to plug this thing in. Like I can go all week, and it's fine. Yeah. And then occasionally she'll drop it on her desk and she'll plug in the power to it to juice it back up again. But she's been having a good time with that Copilot Plus PC so far.
That's excellent. That's excellent. I love mine.
Yeah?
I got to be frank. I love mine. I've been able to.
Biggest concern is drivers, my friend. Biggest concern is drivers.
That is the only problem.
I want my Elgato drivers.
I can't. I no longer can use my what's it called? Can't even think of it right now.
Device.
Huh?
Your Wave 3 microphone.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So
soon.
No, they're not going to put out a driver because they took apart the team that did that one.
Interesting.
Because remember I have the God, I'm trying to think of the brand. It's the Go XLR.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Go XLR. They're not going to make an ARM driver. So
darn it.
I'm kind of SOL.
Damn it.
Yeah. I mean, I can use it on my desktop and I can use it on my Windows machines, but not on the not on. And I have made my my Surface Laptop 7 with ARM processor is my daily driver. I use it 99% of the time.
Nice.
So
very nice. And I do want to confirm, because Visio MVP obviously asks the normal question, like, is it soft drink on the keyboard or some kind of liquid spill? She claims no, but we shall see. It's quite possible because she is a clause, very much so, but we shall see.
The relation is there.
The relation is there. It is, and it is a hereditary trait that the clauses tend to be a bit harder on hardware. We shall see. We shall see. Other stuff I'm doing as far as beer money for other folks, literal simple stuff like getting air tags tagged to phones, getting phone screen replacements. It's like it's the let's get stuff working for the new year to be able to go off in the track and work with things. And so doing a little bit of that, which is very, very lightweight and very simple.
Yes.
And
I have a fun beer money coming up here shortly. My accountant, she her partner purchased a brand new computer for his law firm, and somehow it was a buy one get one for 50%. She didn't know he did that. He bought her a brand new desktop, and she works from home.
Oh wow.
And she's like, can you come up and like hook me up and get me all set up? I'm like, heck yeah. So we're going to set up her, and so she has seen my setup where I have
handles all of your financial transactions is asking you for a favor. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, by all means. Yes. You're going to keep me from the IRS. Yes. Of course I will do whatever is necessary to make that happen.
Absolutely.
No, she's been, and she's just expanding actually her, she works now for a wealth management company. So she's not only doing taxes, she's also doing management. And I'm like, we need to talk because So, but, no, she's got a complete setup. I also, am helping out another, family friend, trying to figure out what's the best thing. And I'm actually coming up for them because they're coming up on retirement and such. I'm going to be looking honestly at tablets. They don't need. They're looking at websites. They're watching videos. They're not
Yeah.
like really needing compute at all.
I don't know, man. For me, I need a keyboard. I don't care if it's a
I know,
tablet.
but I mean,
I need a keyboard.
she's looking at an iPad Pro with a keyboard.
Yeah, true.
I mean, I have to admit, I got when we get to the random spending, one of my random spendings I got was a new KM switch, new USB switch, and I plugged it into my iPad Air, and it actually works pretty good. Like, there's something to this. Yeah.
Oh my God!
All I was needing was just to be able to read and reply to email and look at website pages. iPads, the tablets are really helpful. Just saying. Yeah.
I have not gravitated to the tablet world very much. I bought myself a Samsung Galaxy tablet, Android tablet, for helping with some video processing and video editing while I'm on the road for my motorcycle fun things with my GoPros and my Insta360s and stuff like that.
Yep.
Works out well, but I still crave for having the ability to go and do something with the mouse to be able to make it more efficient or whatever it is.
I totally get that. I totally get that. That's why, I mean, it was interesting that I was able to use a mouse and I could see it was, that's interesting. It's interesting.
Yeah.
So, yes. Yes,
not bad. You mentioned the next segment of the show. We can always transition to that too, unless you have some beer talk, because Ludwig's not here.
We can do some beer talk. We can do some beer talk.
I have one. I have one for the beer talk side of things.
Let's do the beer talk. Let's talk about the beers.
Okay, so beer talk. While I was in New York, I had to go and visit our good friend Mary Jo Foley. She was at the event. We ran into each other, and I had connected up with her beforehand. And she says, "Oh, well, if you're around on Friday, what time do you fly out?" And I'm like, "Oh, I fly out later in the evening." She's like, "Okay, you got to come down and check out what was it, Beer City? I think it is, or City Beer or something like that. It's
City Beer. City Beer
local bottle
over
shop.
by over by
it's not
Grand
far
Central.
It's not far from Central, Grand Central Station. So again, me being a train and a subway public transit nut, I love taking the subways. So I took the subway from where I was, because I went and visited. There's a very popular online site for photographers called B&H Video and Photos. And they have a store. Their flagship store is in New York City. So I went to go see the store, browse around, and then I went to go jump on the train, and I was in Grand Central Station. Never been there. I've never been to New York City, so it's kind of cool. Grand Central,
gorgeous?
For me, was actually pretty impressive to take a look at. It's, well, you know what? I am going to do a shout out. I think, honestly, Toronto's train station looks cooler than Grand Central, but Grand Central is definitely more iconic and appears in way more movies. Only because there's just more ornate stuff in the Toronto one than there is in the US one. That's just my own 2 cents. But it's definitely iconic, definitely impressive. And there was the weird thing has been there's NYPD all over every single subway station because of all the stuff going on that people have been talking about, but there's also National Guardsmen and Guardswomen that are there too. So it took a little bit getting used to walking around. But anyway, Grand Central was cool. Met up with Mary Jo. Had a smoked double. So very cool, nice dark and malty beer with some smokiness to it. And they make grilled cheese sandwiches at the bar.
Yes.
I'm like, what? It's like, that's the kitchen. It's like 2 panini press grills that they make amazing grilled cheese sandwiches. So I had a bacon grilled cheese with hot honey, and it was literally a life-changing moment to go with that beer, and then chatting with Mary Jo. It was a good hour and change experience to go and have that in New York City.
That's excellent. I think we just got rated by C Sharp Fritz. He rated the channel with
Uh-oh.
64 viewers.
Watch
Hello to all the new viewers who have joined in.
Nice. Nice to see
The
you, my friend.
festivities here. No, that's a great little place. And then I actually went I went to not just to City Brew or City Beer with her. We then ended up at the sushi place down the block. That was excellent sushi. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was back when I was visiting for Thanksgiving. So that was kind of fun.
Very cool stuff, man.
It is. It is very cool stuff.
It was very cool to see that it was the manager of the facility. It was the guy that poured the beer, and it was the guy that made the grilled cheeses all at the same time. Serving the small number of tables that were there. It was a good time, to say the least. Very, very cool stuff for Beer Talk. And of course, I have no idea what the beer was, because I didn't take a picture of it or check it in, so I can't share what it was. But it was darn good. Doppelbock. That was a smoked version, so quite nice.
Very cool. Very cool indeed. They had some really good beers when I was there. I had actually a Tripel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was amazing. So it was absolutely gorgeous, and I couldn't believe how well it was done, how well it was made up. And yeah, so I haven't been out for a beer in Seattle in a while, but that's not to say I wouldn't enjoy one. I just haven't been out in one.
I think we're overdue, my friend. We're overdue.
We are. Lately, though, I've been going to my favorite little steakhouse up here in the North End and getting myself a amaretto sour or whiskey sour with my steaks.
Traitor!
Dang,
staying away from
if that isn't good.
Yeah, definitely good.
No, their beer selection is not the best.
Well, the next segment of the show is known as random spending. That is otherwise known as the technology that you're purchasing for yourself or for others. That it's just kind of out of the blue.
Purchasing a lot. I've been purchasing a lot. I will admit. Yep. So I've gone on a spending spree.
I've done a couple things, and one thing I've done is I finally bought myself a second light. So instead of only having one light on one side and then the natural light on the other side, I finally went in and bought myself a second light. So I now properly have two different lights that are controllable. Good friends again at Elgato took my money and sent me a light, and it is quite nice. I have them.
That is excellent.
And much better. I can definitely say in the calls, I don't know what it looks like on the show, but quite nice. It's also illuminating the fact that I really got to get around. I've been here for a year and I still have not hung up my pictures. I'm realizing now, because my background is normally on a Teams call, it's blurred, but now you can see that my pictures are still in the exact same spot. And I really should put them up. They're not up at this point in time.
I'm at a friend's house and my pictures are up, but technically my pictures are on the TV with the Roku. So I plugged the Roku in.
So I've got to finish off that project, hang up some pictures. Random spending wise, that's probably the biggest thing. It's just very nice and simple. Is a nice Elgato light and some of their nice everyday stands. I did another random spend, interestingly enough, which was a mag mount for my phone that is integrated into my truck, my Rivian device. And I bring that up only because another person you might know just recently picked up a truck as well. And I influenced him to at least consider this as an option. And he decided to go with it. It's I'll do my name drop now. That was our good friend, Scott Hanselman, picking up a new vehicle. And he pinged me about accessories. And I'm like, oh man, this is the one you got to get. You need to go off and get this particular phone mount. Yeah.
Rick, when you drop names like that, you got to stretch first. Yeah. Because when you bend over to pick that up, it's going to be a heavy name to pick up.
You gotta do it. So it was funny. Very, very cool.
Very cool.
And definitely a good mount. It goes off of one of the circuit fuses down below the dashboard, so that doesn't drain your batteries, because that was the previous problem I had with my device. Much better. And the last random spend that I've got is more camera equipment, because you've got to have more camera equipment to be able to go off and take pictures. And I take pictures of my daughter's softball, and that's part of my vacation next week. So I got myself
What'd you get yourself? New lenses?
No. So a new battery pack for the bottom.
Ah, yes,
So
the big one.
I now have dual battery in the bottom. The
Yes.
big lens was my purchase last year.
Okay.
I love that lens.
Very nice.
But then while I was at B&H Photo, I picked up one of these. This
doubler.
is a 2x converter. Yeah, it doubles.
Nice.
So basically now my 70 to 200 is now a
140 to 420. Yeah.
Yeah, or 420,
Nice.
whatever it is. So this is going to get even larger and heavier.
So remember this, though. Remember this. This is something a lot of people don't realize with the doublers. Your f-stop's going to double as well. So your f4 is now an f8. No, a lot of people, when they get the big doublers, are like, oh my gosh, I could still shoot at 2.8. No, it's going to be now 5.6.
Yeah. So I normally shoot it at 2.8. I've already accommodated for the fact it's going to be a 4 and change, call 5 and change. But it's just, we're going to see how it comes out, how the pictures turn out. So it's going to be a good time. How about yourself, my friend? How about random spinning on your side?
I have been spending like crazy, unfortunately. I decided I would change up how I'm powering a lot of my systems, and I am going with a lot of these USB-C type brick things. Because and this one's 140 watts, so I can actually power my big laptop with this, or I can power 2 or 3 other devices with it. So I got that. I got a new. I swapped out. I used to have another keyboard mouse switch that allowed me to switch my keyboard and mouse between the physical devices on my desk here. But for me to go from like device that was plugged into 3 to the device that was plugged into 2, I had to press it 3 times, a button, to move it all the way around, if you will, because it would move forward one. And the button started having a short in it, so I would push it 3 times, but it read it as 4. So then I'd be back on the machine it was on. It was like, So I got a new one that actually has buttons for each of the numbers, which is awesome. So I can specifically select the machine I want to do. So that was fun. I also got myself, because I had to update my YubiKeys for work. I decided to buy myself a set of YubiKeys for my personal life. Yeah. So I have, but one of the things that I was reading through some best practices, I do administrative work for some companies on the side, primarily nonprofits. I'm going to set up my administrative accounts. I got actually a second set of YubiKeys, because I'm going to set up so that I have 2 sets and put this set in my safe. I have a safe. So I'm going to put this set in my safe as a backup, because that way I don't get myself locked out of my account. And then the last thing I got, and this was one of those.
I was just saying that this is like a continuation of our chat from last time with having to go off and replace my YubiKeys myself.
Yep, exactly.
Damn it, I was on campus yesterday. I should have done it. I was right next to the building.
Yeah. Well, the other thing that I got myself is a set of these. They are data blockers. And I actually had a friend of mine who goes to Black Hat recommend me a set. They are USB A and C little devices that you plug in if you need to use a public power.
Filters or something like that?
Yeah. I mean, if I need to use a public USB power thing, I'm going to use that first, because it'll block the data channels. And one of the great things about this design is they actually provide the feedback to do fast charging.
Yeah. Okay. Do they come with a optional tinfoil hat that you can wear?
No, that's separate, unfortunately.
It's an extra add-on.
Yes.
I am so paranoid about using public power, at any situation. Like you, I carry my own anchor device that I plug into a regular outlet, and then I use my own power off of that. But I definitely could have used one of those devices, because my anchor device was actually in my checked luggage, because I brought back some liquid that had to be checked. And I'm like draining on power, and I'm like, it's so dirty. I can't plug in there. I don't trust it.
GoGo Gadget 360 is talking about it. I can put the link to this. I can share it out on the Blue Skies or whatever. But I am super excited to have this in my carry bags now.
Oh yeah.
And it's last resort. A lot of times I have I have the I have my bricks. I have two big power bricks, and I have a whole bunch of power. But when it's that last resort of I am out of everything and I need to charge now. That's like when I'm like, okay, this is what I need. So I
need to get better at being able to compartmentalize. Yeah. I see, of course, Vizio MVP brought up the USB condom, which is awesome. But I need to compartmentalize in different types of carry pouches, so that I know when I reach into my bag, I know what's inside the pouch. And I'm really bad at that right now. I did 2 modes. This is one that came with the Microsoft Ignite backpack, and I managed to steal one of those. I mean, I was given one of those. And so this is a nice little simple one. And I keep this one just for my power. So like you, I've got my anchor device in there, and I've got my cables in there, and that's it. And then I have what I call my tech pouch. Which is over here. And this like zips flat, has multiple options, and good for dongles and USB sticks and anything else like that. But it's too freaking big.
Mine is big. I'm moving my power to this IT Pro Community little bag that we gave out a while back. So
it's important to have lots of different tie down places for your stuff to go to and stuff like that, but it just becomes too big. So I've not found the right medium size one, unfortunately.
I get it.
So I go off and I buy random like tech pouches off of various different suppliers to see if they're any better. Here. This one almost looks like it's a Game Boy case carrying device, but you could put individual cables in there, I guess. This one's not been road tested yet, but then there's a large space in there as well. But
I also did one other purchase because
to purposely plan what goes in each one.
I will say this. I don't have a lot of C to C cables, so I went and I purchased a 3-pack of nice little C to C cables. I need to purge my pack. I got a whole bunch of cables that I just got to get rid of.
So later today after the show, I'm going to be repacking some of those devices to make it so that I can bring the next iteration of what goes in what pouch and what bag for my vacation trip. Because some of my stuff comes to me. Nice. I'm going to be good this year, and I'm not bringing any work. So I'll be disconnected, because normally I would have my laptop as a backup that I could use for stuff. So we'll see how that works, if I go crazy or not. And again, trying to figure out the right size bag to be able to bring. So stay tuned. That's kind of a random spend and kind of a work thing, but kind of a mixture of all of them, I guess.
No kidding.
It's interesting that we got GoGo Gadget 360 going and talking back and forth. Steve Q Lane is looking for that link when you get around to it for those
already posted
USB blocker devices when you get a chance. Oh, perfect.
Already posted.
Better. I didn't see you go through and post. Any other random IT stuff or random spending stuff that's in the audience, you're welcome to go ahead and put in the chat. And this is your next reminder that it's coming up to the time when we pick the name of the next show. So you still have time to go ahead and submit your own word.
We've got 6 words submitted so far, so let's get some more.
Word. Yeah, I know. So / word or bang word. Put in the WorkSafe word, and then we'll randomly pick the ones, or we'll let the votes count, or whichever, for what the next episode is going to be. And if I'm looking at my magical calendar and I'm trying to do the maths, it's looking like it's going to be the 21st, I do believe, is the next show. Is that my math working correctly? Yes, it
It
is.
would be
The
2 weeks from
21st.
now. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that would be
while I'm away on
that would be the
vacation,
21st.
the podcast, yeah, the 20th, on the 14th, on Valentine's Day, there will be the publishing of this live broadcast as a recorded format at patchandswitch.com or inside of the individual directories of your choice, just in case you wanted to subscribe. And if you do subscribe, hey, give us a vote, give us a review, give us 5
Yeah,
stars. 5 is better,
exactly.
1 is not good. Let us know how we do inside those different places. Always good.
Exactly. So we've
Do you have
done
any
random
random spend
spend.
they've been doing for your? I was supposed to. Do you have any random spend specifically for your J-Shock at all? I mean,
I've been buying some
nothing
things.
recently.
Yeah, I've got some a few things like I've got a replacement shower curtain to pull out the glass door for the shower.
Oh yeah.
I've got some new storage devices for the inside, but I've been actually going through and looking at. I think I'm going to put some slides in the lower storage areas underneath the chassis, so that I can slide it
Just to be
out
able to
and
make
get
the
into those
storage more
storage areas.
accessible.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The other big
makes
thing,
sense.
though, I would say, you and I by the way, thank you for doing this. We went and looked at the RV show at the Tacoma Dome a couple weeks ago,
Yeah.
and that was interesting. Looking at some of those, and we got to say, everybody, we were primarily looking for Jared, who's looking for a new rig, maybe as kind of a home base rig. How much time will we spend on that first rig for you?
We literally walk in the door, and then there is this toy hauler that is minimalist in design, and it's made by the car company that makes the fully aluminum racing car transport devices, apparently. Intech, I think, is their name or something like that. But
yeah, Intech.
Yeah, so they make this one that's literally just the size of, miniature me. I'm 5'8", 5'9" on a good day. So it's like a 6 foot tall ceiling max. Interior, you can tie down your bike and your other types of gear. It has a flop out bed option on the side. It's got like a miniature cooking area. And it was like, we spent a lot of time on that device looking for something to possibly haul around. But I'm not in the market, but they hit me within the first 20 minutes of walking in the damn door, which was hilarious.
And we spent a long time looking at this, everybody.
You couldn't believe how it was put together. It's perfect for being able to haul.
It was gorgeous, actually.
Yeah.
It would be perfect. It would be one of those perfect kind of rigs, especially when you're doing your little adventure stuff, adventure motorcycling, where you're going to be working from a home base like campground. It would be perfect for that, to pull it there, set it up, and you could have.
You could easily drop it at your home base.
Yeah, and they did. By the way, we were looking at it like, Rick goes, I couldn't get this one because it doesn't have, the wife. It doesn't have a bathroom. We found the version that has a bathroom too.
Yeah, of course. You gotta have your creature comforts to make sure that they all work for sure.
Oh gosh,
solar hookups, extra batteries, all that sort of stuff. We're kind of making fun of and looking at the cost of those freaking vans, man. Those Sprinter vans that are all made for people.
Yes,
that's insane. Those are more than the big rigs for what people are charging for them. It's insane. But it was cool looking at them. But yeah, not for me. Not for me.
That's too bad.
So when that purchase does happen, I expect that we're going to have to do like a video showing the setup of the.
We might even have to do a whole live thing for Patch and Switch. Maybe we have Patch and Switch from the new Jayhawk V2 or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
So
what we should do? We should haul it up to. We should haul it up to BC and drop it on Rich Campbell's property to be able to do one overlooking the ocean or something like that.
If that's what we got to do, that's what we got to do.
Yeah. We'll see.
So one of the floor plans we were looking at, one of the floor plans I was looking at was one that had an office space up front that was kind of hidden by this hidden door. And they didn't have that model at the show, but Rick and I started talking with a gentleman who was a manufacturer's rep, not like a dealer. He actually worked for the manufacturer, so he didn't care as far as like making a sale right away. He's like, oh, he showed me a floor plan of a modified toy hauler that had a small office area in the back, but it could be used for one motorcycle or a couple like e-bikes or bicycles back there. But he kind of pointed out it would be the perfect office. It actually has a standing desk on one of the walls that slides up and down. And he was pointing out all the features. The back ramp comes down, becomes a deck. Oh, cool, all this. And he goes, and perfect for the IT or salesperson's office. It has a wet bar. I'm like, that could be God. It has a beer fridge. It has a whole wet bar area. Like, oh my, that could be.
It's like you're on a work call, stationed someplace using your Starlink, and for some reason you don't have your background turned on. Jared, what's wrong? It's like, no, you don't want to know.
You don't want to know.
It's been one of those days.
Why does it look like Jared has a lowball glass filled with scotch? Because he does.
Nice.
But that was one of the designs that I'm very interested in.
Yeah, we'll do one last call. If you haven't done so yet, go to Showbot TV, Pats and Twitch.showbot.tv to be able to go in and vote, because it is now time to go through.
It is now time. Shall we go through the list?
Yeah, and of course I can't see it at all because it's so small, so I got to bring it up. There we go. Now it's full screen. We actually have votes, which is amazing.
Yes.
What do you think, my friend? We got boat-to-boat cables. We've got a boat. We got Bang Word, backpacks, RV Lab, keyboard. Nice one there, Steve Q Lane. Tinfoil hat, USB condom, C2C cables, cable storage, shower, expensive Paz Mobile, toy hauler, and then some more that are below the cut line. Can't see anymore. I want to scroll a little bit there, my friend.
No, that was it.
Oh, it's the end. Toy hauler's the last one. What do you think, my friend? So, based on voting, you at least should pick one of them. So, boat-to-boat cables, I think. What do you think?
Go boat-to-boat cables? Okay.
Yeah, at least one of them.
Yes.
What's the one you're going to suggest?
I also would, just so we can make our friend Mr. Snow go, what? Let's go USB condom.
Oh, nice. USB condom definitely wins. And
Bang Word?
Bang Word, I think, would be good.
Okay. So we'll go boat-to-boat cables, Bang Word, USB condom.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. And that's basically
there we go.
All the scientific research now been exposed for how we choose the names of the next show. And as you can see, there's, some planning that goes into this, but not much.
Not much at all.
For what we're going to be calling the next show. We always follow the same kind of format. In case you want to join us again, it's just some time to de-stress, hang out, and chat with friends. And it usually involves some kind of tech humor and even some youth. We'll see. To be able to go off and have some good conversation. Friends in our chat room as we go every 2 weeks. Next one's going to be on February 21st. But, we should shout out to some of our friends inside the chat stream. We've got Go Gadget 360, Steve Q Lane, join us from Ithaca, New York City. New York, not New York City. Good old Janice Q joined us. Vizu MVP, thank you very much for joining from the Great White North, my friend. Also, as I'm scrolling up trying to find out who's there, all the raiders that came over from C# Fritz and others, thank you for joining and looking at this kind of strange thing that we do. It's a fun time to connect up and to chat. Thank you so much for joining us. Wireless Life, of course, I've got a call with you in half an hour. Please don't be late. Phil Herb coming in again from Scranton. Good to see you. And everybody, did I miss anybody? My friend, Steve Q Lane. Oh, Rachel was on for a little while. I think she's still here. Chuck Rocks Canada in there too. DJ Eddie, quiet, but still in the background conversing with us. Thank you so much. And I'm going to say, I think that's about it.
Join us in the chat
every 2 weeks, my friend.
Join us late there.
Oh, yes. Nice. Oh, man. Hope you have a great weekend, my friend. What about plans? Anything you got going on?
I got to go do some things on the Jayhawk this weekend, and then I have to go get all my networking gear.
Well, I'll leave you with that. Enjoy. I'll be on a flight enjoying some margaritas on the other side, and then eventually taking some motorcycling and softballing. So I'll be having a good time on my week off. For everybody else that joined us on the Patch and Switch show this week, we really appreciate you taking the time. And we're going to say thank you so much. What does Joey say? Joey always says,
have a weekend,
weekend.
everybody. So remember, you can't pack stuff back to the U.S. that's illegal.
duly noted.
Okay. And if somebody asks you to carry something, just say,
Yeah.
How much?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.